started the recording now. Then I'll try to, and for the recording, hi Ken.
Hello, Christian.
And I've tried once before to put up a live thingy. And internet connection is unstable, it says. Preparing live stream preview. And what happens now? We are just waiting to see if it works. Say something to the video.
Hello, everybody. It's very nice.
Oh, no, I have to write something.
Oh.
Go live. Setting on meeting. So yeah, it's the first time I'm live. So it should be redirecting now. Live.
Yeah, I think you got it. I think we are live on Facebook.
We are live on Facebook. So we'll just start shortly it's Ken. Can you introduce yourself shortly?
Yeah, hello. My name is Ken Adams. I'm the artistic director of Synergy Theater, and we're based in Northern California in the United States, and we perform full-length improvised plays.
Beautiful. I'm Christian Winter, placed in Denmark, close to Copenhagen. And I'm fiddling around with Improv online. And now Ken has suggested we do a real La Ronde online. So we'll start out with a mono scene, get a suggestion from a robot kind of thing. Do a mono scene, a two-person scene, a mono scene, two-person scene with a new character. And we'll see if it actually becomes a La Ronde and what we can do within these approximately 10 minutes. Does that explain the thing? Yeah.
I think it does. Would you like to start off with the first mono scene, or would you like me to do that?
So actually, yeah, I'd like to do. Should we get a suggestion from the internet? Let me see. I think I have can I get a? Should we have a location, relationship, a word?
Sure. Why don't we start with a location, since we'll start with a single person.
A location. Men's restroom. Men's restroom.
Yeah, you ready, my friend?
Yeah, I'm ready.
All right, so I'm going to go off stage, and I'll make an entrance.
Thanks. Oh, the echo in here is bright. Oh, nice to be alone for once. Oh, all this beer drinking. I think I'm drinking too much. It goes right through me. And I mean, it's nice to see the old guys again. Also tough. I'm not young anymore. Oh, nice, warm. These blowers. Yeah. So maybe I'll just stay here for a bit.
Hey, Jason.
Oh, Leonard.
Everything all right? You've been in here for 20 minutes.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well, I was just Leonard, to be honest, I just needed to all these voices and the shouting in there is that's tough. That's devastating.
Oh, buddy, this is all for you. This is your welcome home party.
Well, yeah, but yeah, and I am happy. I am happy. I was used to a lot of solitude for half a year. I was almost alone the most of the time, so I was used to silence. This is just a bit much.
Oh, yeah. No, I'm really sorry. Look, Jason, I thought you went away on the retreat for 6 months. You came back. I thought you'd want to see all your buddies from the old neighborhood. I mean, if I knew you didn't want, I wouldn't have thrown the party. I'm sorry.
No, don't be sorry. I mean, you did your best. You did that out of caring. I know you care for me.
Of
It's
course.
yeah. It's just all the reflection of this retreat is it's actually quite a lot. And it's like I'm a new person.
Can you
It's,
tell me about it, Jason? Or, I mean, were you sworn to secrecy on pain of death or something, or can you talk about it?
no, but it's hard to explain. It's like when we were young, we went to school together, and then looking back at 1 year early is like, oh, have I ever been this place? It's like, when we were swinging in the swing and the playground, and you watch it now, and can I remember that I ever did that? I know we did, but I forgot the feeling of how it is to be in a swing.
Jason, I have to be honest with you. You you never really told me why you decided you needed to get away and do this. What what happened, buddy?
Well, I think the divorce was tough, so I needed to go out and reinvent myself. It's like when you went on this whole trip together with Andrea. You had a great time together, and you invented yourself as a couple.
Yeah, but it was about finding myself by joining with another person, not by separating myself from the world.
No, but now I was separated, and now I needed to find myself without Susan.
Because I'll be honest with you, Jason, and you know I love you, and this comes from a place of
Yeah,
love,
yeah.
but it seemed like you were really just running away from a tough situation.
Well, maybe I was. Maybe I was running away. It's like it's a small it's a small area. I mean, everybody knows each other, and when we were invited out as a couple, we would be there as Jason and Susan. But after the divorce, nobody invited me.
I understand that, but
We had good couple dinners, and we hang out in the garden doing barbecue, and that wasn't in the cards anymore. It's not your fault.
look, I realized I stopped extending all of those invitations, but I thought it might make you uncomfortable being
Yeah,
the
you're right. It would have been uncomfortable.
all right, but it doesn't mean that, it doesn't mean you just take off. There are other people who are depending on you,
Yeah,
like me.
yeah. You're right. You're right. You're right. It's okay. I'll go in there, and well, I guess you came out here to have a pee, and can we meet tomorrow and we can talk?
Yeah, yeah, I'd really like that, man.
Cool. I'll see you in there. I'll see you in there.
I mean, I didn't even know if I told him what was really on my mind. I think I got all nervous and flustered. I mean, look, if anybody is up there, if anybody is up there looking down on this poor, sorry sap of a mope in this men's room, in this bar, and you have an ounce of pity to spare for me, I'd appreciate that. I mean, uh, he doesn't even know that my relationship fell apart. He doesn't know how important he was to me. He never knew that. Oh, sure, best friends, buddies, pals. But he doesn't know that he was more than that to me. He was like another part of myself. When things went wrong and I needed to talk to someone, he was the only one I could turn to. And then to rip that away from me, it's selfish. That's what I'm trying to explain to him, but...
Hi, Leonard. Hi. Are you standing out here screaming at the world?
Oh, I guess I am. I'm sorry about that.
Oh, don't be sorry. It's... sometimes you have to scream at the world, I think.
You know what? If you don't mind, I'm going to do that right now.
Oh, can I help? Ah!
Ah!
Ah! Oh! Was that it? Was that it?
I think so. I feel like an idiot, you know?
Oh, why? I have no reason to feel like an idiot. I mean, we're all kind of idiots all around. I mean, after 2 beers and yeah, all this, everybody feels a bit like, oh, why am I here? What is the reason for everything? You know, there's no reason. Don't try to figure it out.
Hey, wait a minute. Weren't you the custodian over at Edward R. Bristol High School?
Yeah. Oh, you remember me?
I went there.
Oh, yeah, Leonard. Yeah. Maybe I didn't tell you that. Yeah, that was a job long time ago. I'm not taking care of cleaning up the bar is as good a job as anything.
You know, I have to tell you, I used to be a little kid, 16, 17, watching you do your job. You know what always struck me, man?
Tell.
I remember you were always whistling or humming or something. Always very happy with what you were doing. Was that just me, a little kid not understanding, or was that really true?
Oh, you see, when you can do stuff, when you can move furnitures, and when you can watch people grow up and have fun, it's a joy to yourself. Watching young adults, young children become adults, it's really joyful. And I got to watch that. And now you see people getting old and getting sorry for what they did or didn't do. That's sad. But I had a good time there watching people, watching children, watching you. I mean, I remember you. Oh, you were a basketball kid? Yeah. And you were standing there like 3 hours one afternoon trying to hit this basket with the ball. And this enthusiasm is that's really amazing. That's what's in the youth.
I can't believe you remember that.
I remember a lot of things.
What happens to people? What happens? How do you go from being this 17-year-old kid who's willing to spend 3 hours trying to sink a basket to being in your mid-40s and not having anyone to turn to and not having any dream to aspire?
Oh yeah. I noticed that your missus is going shopping Saturday afternoon by herself now. You used to go there together.
Wow, you're very, very perceptive.
Yeah, I see what's going on. And
Where did I lose it?
it makes me sad. Where did you lose it? I don't know.
I mean, I haven't
What?
tried to accomplish something the way that kid did with that basketball. I haven't
Yeah.
been that dedicated or caring about anything, and I can't even remember how long.
So, did you care for her?
I did. I did,
How?
man.
And how did you do it? How did you care? I mean, we care up here in our minds, but it's still like a schoolyard didn't clean itself with the mind, like the tables in there doesn't clean themselves with the mind. The physical activity, the hard work, and the ongoing, yes, one glass and one glass and one glass. And in time, this trivial things gives meaning, becomes funny. Then you can see, oh, there's a glass, it's half full, and there's a bit of lipstick on the side. Well, why did she leave it? Oh, there's another glass, and it's empty, and there's a cigarette butt in it, and oh, yeah, I know who smokes that kind of cigarettes. And there's another glass, filled up, never touched. Why did they buy it in the first place?
Wow, you're a smart man.
Well, as you say, I notice a lot of stuff, but how can you use it for anything? I know what's going on, but I can't save anyone, can I?
You just saved me, and you might have saved more than that. I'm gonna go back out there and buy my wife a drink and try to sink a basket.
Oh, oh, well, just keep trying. Just keep trying, Leonard.
Thanks, man.
Ah, oh, now I can get some alone time here at the loo. Oh, all these people trying their best as I did. Well, I didn't ever get a girlfriend. I think I was too strange for anything. And I was alone the most of the life. A lot of people around. I feel like they never noticed me. Well, Leonard did. He remembered me when I worked at the schoolyard. He remembered me. Maybe maybe I've done more to this community than I think I did. It's like I feel like I'm always in the shadow of anything that happens. I feel like I'm being overlooked. Well, Leonard remembered me, and he admired me.
Oh, oh, wait a minute. Hey,
Hey,
hey, are, didn't you used to work at a high school?
oh yeah. I used to clean the yards and pick up stuff after the kids. The
The whistling guy,
youngest,
right?
huh?
You would whistle all the time.
Yeah. I haven't whistled for a long time though.
Uh, hey, look, I don't want to bother you or anything, but my name is Norman Bookbinder. Um, and
Oh,
I was a
Norman.
student.
Norman, you were at the high school. No, you were what?
I was a student at the high school while you worked there.
Norman.
No, you wouldn't remember me because I didn't look like this at the time. Well, to be honest with you, I was very heavy at the time and I had a lot of pimples and
Oh,
I was kind of bullied a lot.
what?
Look,
Your last name was not bookbinder?
No, it was Norman Hellerman.
Norman Hellerman. Oh, your father was driving this black Chevrolet?
Yeah, he used to just pull up, open up the door, and I'd get out of the back seat and head into school. Sometimes he wouldn't even turn around to give me the little perfunctory wave that he practiced.
Oh. Well, I mean, you look great now. You look like a man who's made his way.
Well, I have made my way in a couple of ways, I suppose. I'm healthy. I make a good living. I have a nice family. But here's what I'm trying to say. I owe it all to you, and you don't even know it.
Oh, well, how that?
Well, I'm sure you've had instances like this a million times throughout your career there, but there was a time out in the football field when Rossi Goda and Stephen Kosmine and a couple of the other jocks were picking on me.
Oh,
And
yeah, they were bad people. I mean, they're actually all in jail now.
I
Yeah.
know. What what you might not remember is when they were just about to shave my head with that electric razor that they had brought.
Oh,
That's when you came over. That's when you came over and you pulled Ross Yagoda up by the neck and you threw him up against that tree. I swear, I thought you were going to kill him. And all the kids are looking at you like, oh my God, what's the custodian doing? And they just ran off and
oh
you
yeah,
saved
I
my life.
remember that now you're telling. I was quite fit at that time. Yeah, I remember. That was, yeah, and you were, oh, yeah. No, they
That
were
was a,
bullies. They were bullies.
and that was a real turning point for me. I mean, that was the first time anybody ever stood up for me.
Oh, well, you're welcome.
I think I owe you more than a thank you, and I don't know how I'll ever pay you back. But it was from that moment on that I decided that I wasn't going to let people trample on me anymore, because no matter what happens to me, there are people out there who will help me. That gave me confidence.
Well, that's good to hear. Actually, yeah. Well, now I have to clean up the tables because that's what I do. But if you leave me a tip, then I know then we're all square.
That's all you're asking for, a tip?
Yeah, because you see, stuff like that was normal to do at that time. And if I was stronger, I would still pull these fighting people apart when there's a fist fight in there. And it's like giving a tip is the normal thing to do. Caring for the one closest around.
You have to know that for every one of me that finds you and gets to tell you this, there's probably 1,000 more out there that just never had the chance to thank you.
I think I'm getting tired of all these compliments. Yeah, leave me a tip. I'll see you in there and, you know, smile. I think I need to smile again, remembering all these cases. I need to learn to smile and whistle.
How about that? You're just going through your regular day, you stop into a pub for a beer, you go to the bathroom, and there's this person from your past that changed your life. It makes you wonder, doesn't it? It makes you wonder how many people out there have I affected that I don't really know. I mean, you go through life kind of feeling like you're just a regular person, not a superhero or anything. But there's probably 100, maybe 1,000 people that I said something to or I did something for just at a time in their life when they needed nothing other than that particular thing, no matter how small it was. And I guess that's kind of like the mosaic here made from the tiles in this bathroom. how every little tile is a work of art unto itself. But it's not enough just to be sitting on a craftsman table alone. It has to be a part of the mosaic for all of its true beauty and individuality and purpose to become clear. It's only its real self when it's mixed up in the whole.
And scene. Beautiful.
Wow, that was so much fun,
That
Christian.
was. I thought about going in as Ross. Oh, I forget names. I thought of going in as the first person again, but then I thought, it's. But yeah, really nice line of characters and stuff. That was amazing, amazing.
Yeah, so much fun. That was very interesting for me because I kind of thought I knew what I was in for this morning because I had done a couple of these 10-minute scenes with people.
Yeah.
Um, but but this was so different. And just as soon as we started talking and we started talking as if we have no idea what we're going to do, let's make up a show together. That was very frightening and very exciting and so rewarding.
Yeah, and all this, actually a lot of, yeah, life's wisdom, life travel, but yeah, I'll say it was your suggestion to do a reel around. So yeah, you brought it on yourself.
Well, I have only myself to blame.
Oh
You
yeah.
know, I actually love the La Ronde structure. And I've heard of people doing a real long La Ronde, maybe 20, 30 minutes with only two people, but I've never tried anything like that. Have you ever seen that?
No, this I've done Laurent's like 4 people, but only where you win once with one character. But this was yeah, fun and interesting, and still you don't know what you are to be before you hit the
Yeah,
the
it would be it would be fun to do it in the live space with a whole bunch of costumes and props, stage left and stage right. So every
yeah.
time you exit, you can make a quick costume change and come back in. That would be a blast.
Yeah, or just a small thing that distinguished you.
Yeah, there's actually a play. Excuse me. Are you familiar with a play called Greater Tuna by any chance? Greater Tuna.
No, no.
It's an old play, and it takes place in this American town called Tuna, Texas, and it's a radio show. So there are two actors, and they're doing their radio show, but there's like 30 characters in the show, and it works just like that. One character exits, the other character has a bit
Ah,
on stage by themselves, and then a new character comes in, and the two actors just keep exiting and changing costumes and coming back on.
ah.
It's not quite the La Ronde concept, but it's two actors playing a million different roles.
Okay, yeah. Well, the La Ronde is because you actually have to make a closed circle,
Right.
and we didn't that in this. So it's called Great Tuna.
Greater,
Greater.
Greater.
Uh,
And it's the name of the town. Tuna,
uh,
Texas is the name of the town.
oh,
And this is the Greater Tuna area that the radio show broadcasts to.
ah. Well, you see, whenever you invent something, it has already been invented someplace.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely, yeah. And like I said, this what we just did, or the La Ronde, is a whole different thing. In fact, the La Ronde itself is, that improv format is based on a play.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I still need to read the book, but it's
That's funny because there's a couple of things that I only know by doing improvisation parodies of them and never having read the thing. There's a format that some people call Spoon River, the Spoon River anthology.
oh yeah, yeah. I love that. I love that. It's well, we used it as an opening one point, and this whole well, we played it. It's so for anyone out there who hasn't. So you stand on a line and you describe what you watched, a scenario in past times you were a witness, and slow because you were there at that time. and you were maybe actually part of the thing that happened.
Yeah.
And so one by one, you tell what you saw, and then you tell again, and you might involve the other people. Was that correct?
Yeah, the way I've always played it is that it starts off where each character is dead and they come back from the grave and they're telling the story of how they died. So it's a series of monologues that bounce back and forth in between each other, each one talking to the audience, telling the story of how they died. And at first, they're disparate stories that have no connection. So it just seems like three different stories being told. But as the monologues go on, they start to pick up offers from each other until the stories start to weave together. And then the way we always did it was the characters end up at the same place and all die together in the same instance.
Oh, yeah. Well, that's amazing. And yeah, and the interweaveness in the way is this process is really amazing. It's really
Yeah.
really
And,
good.
and that's an example. Like that whole thing is based on a play called, I think it's called the Spoon River Anthology, but that's one of the ones that I've never read or seen. I only know this improv version of it. And like whether it's really like the real play or not, I have no idea.
Well, we had each our version of the Spoon River exercise, so maybe we should just read the back
Someone ought to
page.
read the darn play, right?
Yeah, yeah. Actually, I noticed that we actually do have listeners, and somebody shared something. So
Oh, how
maybe
wonderful.
we
Thank you.
might have people watching out that are actually live. So,
Well, I will be sure to share this on all of my social media and the Synergy Theater page.
oh, well, thank you. And well, I think, yeah, how much time have we? It's, well, here it's 8:30. What time is it at your place?
11:30 in the morning.
Oh, so you still have a full day in front of you.
Yeah, I'm just getting started. This was a nice way to kick off my day.
Oh yeah, I find in improv these 10 minutes, well, they get longer. They're a good way to, yeah, get into a parallel universe and have good fun.
Yeah, I love it.
Anyway, thank you we'll close the live feed first.
Thank you so much.
Stop live. And I'll stop the recording.